Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. Timberland and Swizz Beatz decided to sell, I guess, their remaining shares or ownership of Versus. And we all know what Versus is, the popular, internet series where basically it celebrates artists and their body of work as far as their music catalog goes. So, they get together and they face off against another artist and they play anywhere from 20 to 25 of their best songs. It's usually 20 songs, but sometimes they have what you call a bonus tracks where they play bonus tracks where they have extended bonus tracks that they play just popular songs, extra songs that they didn't have on the list. So it's pretty cool. And I enjoyed it for the most part. They had some great battles. Some I was interested in, some I wasn't. But it was created by hip hop and R&B producers, Swizz Beatz and Timberland. Both of them went on to produce multiple hits for multiple platinum artists, including DMX, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, you know, Nas, a lot of different people. And they basically created it during the pandemic when basically due to the fact that for the most part, and most of the country, you couldn't do live shows, you couldn't perform, and it was just a way to just celebrate, pretty much black music. And now, you know, basically a year later or almost a year later, um, it became very popular. And of course, when you create something and other people see how lucrative it can be, then all of a sudden you get offers where people want to buy it and basically, you know, snatch it from you. Sometimes I feel like there is a such thing as keeping things in the family. Because at the end of the day, how are we going to talk black ownership when every time we create something and then somebody that don't look like you calls you on the phone to say we'd like to form a partnership with you or we would like to buy it from you, because at the end of the day I'm disappointed in Timberland and Swiss Beats because they didn't possibly see what this could have became later on. And now, due to the fact that they've given up their ownership and control, now from what I heard, they're going to serve as, what you would call quote unquote management and all that kind of stuff, to where they still going to help like select the people that participate. But at the end of the day, they no longer own it. And how many times have you heard me and several other people talking about black ownership? But then on the flip side, this just goes to prove to you that they don't want black people to own anything. Anything we create, then here the white man come interjecting, saying, "Hey, I like what you're doing," and they make the presentation sound good. Oh, if you do this, we can expand it. We could do this. This is why when you start something, you need to make sure it's airtight, to where no way, shape, or form it can be snatched from you. Because that's another thing. If you don't have it airtight, your ownership, your trademarks, patents, whatever the case may be, you could find yourself still losing it. It just bothers me. It just bothers me that we can't have anything. We are not allowed to own anything in peace, create something in peace that we can, pass on to our families. They really are afraid of black ownership and what it means. Now, I'm not going to go in on Timberland and Swiss Beats. I'm not going to rip them to shreds like I could and I should. But it just goes to show you an even bigger picture that's problematic. We create stuff and then somebody else wants to intervene after they see that this can be a moneymaker. This is why hip hop turned into what it is now, the monstrosity that it is. Other people interjecting, coming in that don't really understand it, and all they seeing is dollar signs, but they not seeing the purity of it and what was good about it and why we have what we have now, saturated, mass produced, manufactured hip hop, where it's like a assembly line where every rapper sound the same. You can't tell an East Coast rapper from a West Coast rapper or a Southern rapper because they want every rapper to sound the same way. So this is just a problem. And I'm gonna play something that Michael Jackson said, um, I think this was one of the last press conferences he called before he died, and he said something that was real important about black ownership and music. Now, say what you want to say about Michael Jackson. I don't want to hear nothing about the self hate and all this shit, because at the end of the day, does take away the fact that he tried to drop some jewels for black people. And the same thing with Prince. Anytime they talk black ownership and owning your masters and your music and all this kind of stuff, then that becomes a problem. Sam Cooke was ahead of his time. And unfortunately, look where it got him. Like I said, are we ever allowed to own anything? That's always seen that been the problem. And it runs deep all the way back from Black Wall Street. We start our own, and then when people see that it's prosperous, it's doing well, then they want to find a way to destroy it or take it away from us. And yeah, I'm taking this personal. It just make me think, like, why won't the white man ever leave us alone? Why can't we have something to ourselves that we can own and say that is ours? You know, just saying. So I am disappointed. I really wish Timberland and Swizz Beatz would have tried to hold on to verses, but who knows? Might have been something going on behind the scenes, but I just want you guys to see this. This has always been a problem. You know, a lot of these artists from back in the day, hip hop yesteryears, they don't own the rights to they most of them don't own the rights to their music. They don't own their masters, don't own their publishing. You got some fighting right now to get ownership of their masters that they're publishing. That take nerve when somebody, song is used for a Burger King commercial, and the person that wrote and created the song, if he ain't getting paid for it, he not getting all of the royalties for it, somebody else. And then they giving music awards to white people, you know, publishing awards for something that they didn't create, but they take a credit for it. That's why I was very disappointed in the RZA for selling like half of the Wu-Tang's catalog. This, like I said, this kind of stuff just bothers me. Like I said, can we own anything to ourselves? Will they ever let us have our own stuff? Can we create something and keep it amongst ourselves or amongst our families to pass it on to our families without the white man trying to take it away from us? It's almost like they say every time, okay, well, we see we could make a lot of money off of it. Here you go. We'll take over from now. You get the ball rolling and we'll take over from here. I want you to watch this movie if you get a chance. Starring Michael Keaton. Um, But I'm just saying, it get did to other people that don't look like us, but on a regular basis, it get did to black people. I want you to watch that movie called The Founder. It's on Netflix, and Michael Keaton played in the movie. And it was about how basically he railroaded and stole McDonald's from the two brothers that created it. You know, he he did it right from underneath their noses. And that's what you call when you don't have something airtight. He found a loophole. And that's basically what he did. And he capitalized off of it. So, I just wanted to get that out there. Thanks for tapping in. It's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.